Hello, friends. Today we have such a treat because my yoga teacher, Chrissy, is going to be helping us do some upper body work with wall yoga. Is that right, Chrissy? Did I say that right?
Yep,
Okay.
we're going to use some.
I just want to tell you a little bit about Chrissy. She's so amazing. I have been doing yoga with Chrissy for probably 14 years or so. And I really notice when I don't do yoga with Chrissy and I get lazy or I'm busy, my body doesn't feel the same, doesn't feel as flexible or as happy. So I know that yoga is really therapeutic for me. And Chrissy has helped me through lots of issues. I'm always whining about something. As you know, I'm a hypochondriac. But here's the thing. Chrissy doesn't live in the United States. Can you imagine? She lives in New Zealand. She moved to New Zealand about 2 years ago with her family, her husband and her son, who is 7. And so she does virtual yoga with all of her clients that she had when she was in the United States. So tell us about that a little bit about that, Chrissy. How does that work?
Yeah, the time difference is a challenge. California just had a time change. So we used to be a day apart and 3 hours, or really 19 hours apart. And then your time changed. And so now we're 4 hours in a day. And soon New Zealand is going to be changing April 7th, and then we'll be 5 hours apart. So that's the complication is I do a lot of math. And if we ever like reschedule and whatever, it's okay, what day of the week and what time? And thank goodness for our
and
phones.
I always let Chrissy do all the math because I completely, but she's always celebrating the holidays before me because they're before. So, but the pictures that she sends of New Zealand are just spectacular. So I hope one day I'll get to visit. So we'll get started on our wall yoga. You know, I have a lot of upper body issues. I garden a lot. You know, my back is not completely right. So we try to work on flexibility up here. So I bet you some of you have the same problem. And we wanted to do something simple and quick that you could do every day. Even if you just do one of the poses, you'll get some benefit. So Chrissy, get us started.
Okay. So as you said, with your gardening, and even now I'm gardening, although for autumn and you're for spring, we're going to focus shoulders, neck, a little bit of upper back, but we always start with the breath. So if you can place your hands on your rib cage, and I'm just placing them on the sides of the ribs here, relax your elbows, relax your shoulders. If you want to close your eyes, we're going to do about a minute of breath. Feel yourself standing, the heel bones, the toes, everything's just nice and even. Or we refer to the 4 corners of the feet, and this is about all I'll talk about the feet, so that we feel steady. Even as we've taken a couple of breaths here, you can feel when you inhale that your rib cage widens. As you exhale, your hands, your ribs here, kind of start to hug in. And although it's quite subtle, we want this accordion-like breath. Throughout our practice today, I'm really going to encourage you to breathe into the back of the rib cage. The exhale allows the ribs to gently hug in. And we'll link this throughout our practice today, this open and close of the rib cage. And when you're ready, we're going to add just what I call cactus arms. And so just like our arms are a cactus, we're going to do the same breath. When we inhale, our elbows are nice and wide. When we exhale, I'm going to close my elbows. I'm going to try and press the palms and the elbows together. Inhale, we open. And then exhale, the ribs close, the elbows close. Good. 3 more. Inhale, wide back ribs. Perfect. Elbows in as we exhale. Your breath, your pace. Inhale, we open. And exhale to close. Taking that one more time. Inhale, our nice cactus arms. And then this time, as the elbows and palms press, we're going to stay here, take a cat and cow variation. So I'm going to lift my chest. I'm going to angle myself slightly to the right so you can see. I'm going to lift my chest. I'm going to look up past my fingertips and rise through the spine. As we exhale, I'm then going to pull the elbows towards my belly button, curl into the spine, and the chin drops in. Then same thing, elbows will lift, I open, I'm gonna add those cactus arms opening to the sky, and then elbows together, palms press, I curl in like a turtle back. And again, inhale, this is like our cow tilt, chest lifts. Then elbows come in, our cat breath, and we round. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, our cactus arms opening. And then as we exhale, ribs close, elbows close, everything curls in. Then as we come back to our cactus arms, I'm going to leave my right arm here. Left hand's just going to come to my hip. My inhalation is going to be the same cactus arm. Exhalation, we're going to crisscross the arm over the chest, over to the opposite shoulder. And then we'll inhale, open the elbow. And then exhale, crisscross over. Good. Inhale to open. We'll take 4 of these. And exhale to crisscross over. We take it 2 more times. Inhale, leading from the elbow, the upper arm. Feel how your shoulder blade even widens here. And then one more time. I'm going to keep the right arm crisscrossed over, pausing here. Left arm's going to come underneath. And I'm going to try and bring the back of my hands together. These are called Garudasana arms or eagle arms. Now, Jill lives in a pretty flexible shoulder body, so she can even palms together. If this is not possible, and for many of us this is not possible, we're going to keep the elbows as close together as possible, the palms pressing. If the elbows don't touch, at least keep the palms, right? Lots and lots of options. So if you are in these eagle arms, we're going to add a tick-tock. So Jill, we're going to lean to the right, and as I lean my upper body to the right, I kind of let the head go with the body, the side. And then we come back up to center, and we'll do the same thing to the left side. We're going to do 2 on each side with this nice little tick-tock. Again, up to center and over to the right. Nice width from the back ribs. Coming back to center, and then last one over to the left side. Good. As we come back to center, let's open the arms again to the cactus. And then I'm going to keep my left hand here, right hand just to the hip. Same breath. Inhale, my elbows nice and wide. As I exhale, I'm going to crisscross and the ribs close in. Good. Inhale, ribs open, arm opens. And then the exhale to crisscross over. We take it 2 more times. Inhale, we widen. And exhale to cross over. And then last one, inhale, we open. As we exhale, we're going to keep the left arm here. I'm going to take my right arm underneath. And again, the back of the hands may press. That may be it. Maybe the palms press. Same option is elbows together or even this variation. And then as we're here, I'm going to encourage you to lift your elbows just slightly higher so they're the height of the shoulders. Perfect. Hands are away from the face. And same thing, let's start to the right. We're going to lean to the right. As I lean to the right, feeling that space between the shoulder blades, the neck. Nice and simple. We come back up to center and then over to the left side. Good. Kind of letting everything go with you. Inhale, center. Back to the right. And then the last one, center, and over to the left. All right. As we come back to center, unravel the arms. If you need a little shoulder shrug up and down or a quick little roll. All right, we're going to move to puppy dog pose. And so Jill and I, for the sake of recording and for you to be able to see it, we're going to use our little side walls here so that you can see the side view. But if you have just one flat wall, the whole practice can be done with just the single wall. We're going to go to the wall. You're going to face the wall and walk your hands up the wall as high as you can. I'm going to take a little baby step away from the wall with my feet, and I'm softening my knees. Then as we look at the wall, dip your chest towards the wall, and some of you, your forehead will even rest on the wall. And what we're looking for here is all this space from the lats, from the ribs, the armpits. Sometimes we even feel it up into the arm, and we're letting the chest kind of arch towards the wall. We're going to keep this very similar, but our right hand is going to climb on top of the left hand. So I'm just going to stack it on top. I'm going to walk the right fingertips up a little higher. And then I'm going to turn my gaze towards the right, almost like I'm looking kind of underneath the armpit. So my right arm is reaching up and I'm just turning slightly to the right. just to get into that side of the rib cage. Good, then go ahead and split the hands. Coming back to that original position, my left hand will now come on top of the right hand. Again, I'm going to walk my left fingertips up a little bit higher, and I'm going to turn my head away from you, and I'm going to look underneath my left arm. You can see as I turn, both of our elbows on the right side bend slightly so we can turn and twist and look underneath. And then once again, we split the hands back to center. And then I'm going to walk my hands down to my shoulder height. Now, the hands are really light on the wall. So if you're working through any wrist discomfort, we're not putting a lot of pressure on the wrist. I'm going to keep my left fingertips at the wall, but my wrist can be off the wall. My palm can be off the wall. We're going to do just 3 exercises on the right side. So we're going to start kind of like swimming, because I know Jill loves to swim, or backstroke. So the right arm's going to reach up. It's going to come back and around, down, and then meet next to the left. And then we'll do it again. The arm comes up, around, perfect, down, and towards the left. Same thing. We inhale, ribs are wide, and then the ribs start to hug in. And one more like that, a big arm circle going backwards. As my right fingertips meet the left, I'm going to keep the left hand here, but I'm going to open my arm like bookends. So I'm going to open my arms like I'm opening a nice wide book. Now, as we do this, a little soften to the knees, always a really nice option. And then we're going to close the book as we exhale. Inhale, open the book. Exhale, close the book. And one more time, open the book and pause here. Now, as we pause here, look past your right fingertips. So not only am I turning to see my eyes go past, even the chin turns towards that shoulder. And then soften the shoulders as we hold this twist. We stay one more breath here. And then we're going to, again, close the book, bring that right arm all the way back to the wall. I'm going to keep my left hand almost in the same place, but I'm going to turn my body so that my body is now perpendicular to the wall. We're going to be doing a side stretch. So left hand will be right off the shoulder. The right arm's going to float up into the sky. Knees are still soft, and I'm going to lean towards the wall. So some of you might touch the wall. Some of you may find a little soft bend in the top elbow actually gets deeper into the rib cage, into the side of the body. I even use my left hand, and I'm kind of pulling the wall down with the left hand as I'm reaching up through the right side to get that last bit of space. Good. Leaning from the elbow, leaning from the chest, we come all the way back up. And we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to go to the left hand. So both hands, again, can start at the wall. My left arm is going to, again, do that backstroke circle. So I'm going to lift the left arm up. It's going to come back behind me, down, and around. And again, we'll inhale the arm up, back, exhale, down, and around. 2 more. We find our nice big circle. And of course, working with your range of motion, we take last circle here. And then again, I'm going to do the bookend. So my right hand will stay lightly here on the wall. My feet will stay where they are, but my left arm is going to open up like I'm opening the book towards that wall behind me. Then closing the book, we exhale. Inhale, we open the book. Exhale to close. And one more time, open. We're going to pause in this open position. Turn your chin towards your left thumb. Look past your fingertips and soft knees. Again, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck. We stay here one more breath. And then again, I'm going to close that bookend, bring it all the way back to the wall. We just did closed our bookend, right, from here. So we closed the bookend. Now your right hand can stay here. I'm just going to turn so you guys can see. We're going to lift the left arm up and take that same side stretch. So my right hand will stay here. My left arm is going to reach towards the wall. Long stretch through the left side, but soft knees. So I'm just not locking out the knees. Again, my right hand pulls the wall down a little bit to help me reach even further up through the left side. We stay one more breath through the back of the ribs widening, and then kind of leading through the left elbow, lifting up through the chest. We come back to center. All right, so we're going to keep the right hand at the wall, but we're going to do what's called a wall clock. So my right arm is going to be that extension straight up as though we were at 12 o'clock. Now, even here, we're softening the knees. And I'm going to take this 12 o'clock position and I'm going to move my hand actually forward to 1 o'clock. Good. If the shoulder and the chest feel tight, take a little baby step to the middle of the room. Then from 1 o'clock, let's go to 2 o'clock. And I'm turning my chest towards, or I should say away from the wall. But again, if that feels really tight, little baby step away from the wall. Then the most we go is 3 o'clock. So I'm going to that 3 o'clock position. I'm gently pressing into my right hand. But again, my right ribs are turning forward. My left ribs are pulling back. And I like to place my hands on the left rib cage. So I'm actively working the left rib cage to absorb into the body. This is a big chest and neck stretch. So we're going to add one more piece here where, Jill, I want you to lean your left ear away from the arm towards the left shoulder. And now sometimes this can be quite sensational having the palm on the wall. So if the palm needs to come off the wall, just keep the fingertips there. If you don't feel much going on, feel free to press the palm into the wall. And then we very kindly lift the head up. I'm going to walk the hand all the way back to 12 o'clock. And then go ahead and lower the arm again for that one. If you need a little shake out, go for it. Simply to the other side. So again, I'm going to now rise the left arm up the wall. And I want to have space behind me. Now I'm starting really close to the wall. I'm almost touching the wall. And then as we stand pretty close to the wall, right, we can always inch our way into the middle of the room if the shoulder, the chest feel like they're really pulling tight. So we started our 12 o'clock here. I'm going to then move backwards in time to 11 o'clock. If that's tight, little baby step, middle of the room. I'm going to go from that 11 o'clock to now come back to 10 o'clock. A little gentle rotation through the rib cage, soften the shoulders. And then again, the most we do is we're going to go to 9 o'clock. And it's not like going lower is bad. It's just for our particular stretch, this is our stopping point. We're going to turn, again, left ribs forward. I bring my right hand on my right rib cage, and I'm gently pulling my right ribs back into the body, especially if you flare your ribs, like Bill and I like to flare our ribs, right? It's a nice reminder. And then we're going to lean right ear to the right shoulder. So I'm leaning my head away from that left arm. And if we need to, we can soften the palm at the wall. If we need a little more, we press the palm into the wall. We very kindly lift the head back up. I'm going to slowly walk my hand back up to that 12 o'clock position and then lower the arm. And our final pose is crocodile pose. So we fold our forearms, and this is our resting pose. So we're going to turn towards the wall. Again, I'm going to use my little side wall so you can see where I'm resting my forehead on the forearms like a pillow. I'm softening my knees. And if you're comfortable, feel free to close your eyes. We just want to turn down the dimmer switch of really all of our sensory. So even my words, I'm going to pause in just a moment so that, again, we've closed our eyes. We start to tune out the world around us, and we return to this lean on the wall. The wall being a really nice prop that is accessible almost anywhere you go in the world. So the nice thing is you can do yoga anywhere. And as we close our sensory, as we once again feel our feet pressing very gently to the floor, all this energy that's moved up into the body throughout our practice slowly starts to settle down. I think like a sand timer turned upside down, all that sand returns back down through the legs to the feet to simply pause and rest. We soften our knees here, and we kindly press our hands away from the wall to simply turn towards one another in that deep respect. We bring the palms of the hands together, and the thumbs press right at the sternum. The sternum lifts towards the chin, and we bow our head. Always just acknowledging our time and our practice together. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right.
Thank you so much, Chrissy. That was really a workout.
Always, you work hard.
But you know what? Even if you did one or two of those poses, you'd feel some relief. Trust me. So if you're interested in doing yoga with Chrissy by Zoom, which is what I do twice a week, just email me or I'll send out her email address in my blog. See ya.